So I was never really planning on doing it throughout my life just because I didn't think it was necessary. But after seeing not hundreds, no, not thousands, but zero comments asking for it, I was like, okay, I'll do it. Fair warning though, my life is pretty boring, which is why I refrained from doing it earlier. So I was born at a very young age, unlike most people, and I had this rare disease. I'm not sure what it was called, but I couldn't walk or talk. But then magically, 1 year later, it just fixed, and I can do both. And ever since then, I started learning a lot, particularly about math. The first mathy thing I learned was counting at age 4, shortly followed by learning algebra at age 3. Then, after that, preschool rolled around, and I don't remember most of it, but I do remember that it was pretty average. I went to private school until first grade, but then, when I went to first grade, I moved to a public school, and this is when things get pretty interesting. I got bullied a lot from kids of all ages. They called me a nerd for being tall, and eventually, at the end of 5th grade, it just got so bad that I just killed myself. Middle school rolled around, and I thought I wouldn't get bullied at all, since one, it was a new school, and also I was put into a gifted program, so I thought everybody was gonna be a nerd. And they were all nerds, but they still bullied me. 3 people in particular. I'm not gonna name drop, so we'll just go call these guys Drew, James, and Tiger. Drew was a fat kid that always bullied me for being tall. James was a short and skinny guy that still somehow managed to beat me up, and Tiger would always just send me really bad memes that I didn't know how to get rid of. This continued throughout all of high school, and I'm just getting started. When I first got my driver's license, I remember I tried to turn out of the driveway when I got into a devastating car crash. Apparently I was lucky to be alive, but I did paralyze both of my legs. This has also caused me to miss 3 months of school, which gave me a lot of time to reflect on my life and realize that my life sucked. I didn't do anything meaningful. So for those last 2 months in the hospital bed, I trained to become a distance runner. And when I got out of the hospital, I decided to run a 5K. Eventually, I broke the 5K record. And before I knew it, one good thing led to another, and I got into my dream college, State University. Little did I know this would be the end of my good luck. I remember writing a paper from a poetry class when I broke my pinky finger, which really just ended my distance running career. And this led me to spiral into deep depression. Not only that, but I also developed anxiety, low self-esteem, and Ebola. I thought my life was ruined. The past 2 years of my life have been devoted to distance running, and that has been taken away from me in a matter of minutes. I felt lost. I remember thinking long and hard about killing myself, which I did eventually. But then something magical happened. I started my own YouTube channel. Many people thought it was a silly concept that would go nowhere, but I really wanted to do this. Now, really quick, pause the video. I want to say this. You don't need $1,000 equipment to become a successful YouTuber. When I first started making YouTube videos, I used a $15 camera to film and a 6-year-old computer to edit. But just 1 year later, I was using a $14 camera to film and a 7-year-old computer to edit. It was incredible. In my first year of YouTube, I had only gotten 34 subscribers, which was, again, more than I expected, but still not enough to make a living off of it. But then, just 1 year later, I reached 1 trillion subscribers. I was really thankful, even though a lot of people said that 1 trillion wasn't that many, and it really wasn't, but still, I was really grateful. After making videos for a while, I wanted to try something different. So, I decided to direct my own movie, and this was a huge success. Not one single thing went wrong when filming. All of the actors were able to remember their lines before the shoot, and say them correctly on the first take. It was just an all-around success. At 25, I became the youngest person to win the Best Director Oscar. It was really incredible. A few years ago, I killed myself. But now, I feel like I am on top of the world. I feel like I've achieved it all. I died a few years later at the age of 30 from old age, but to be honest, I was okay with that. I was content with everything I did with my life, and although I killed myself multiple times, in the end, it all worked out. And there you have it. There's my life story. Like I said, pretty average and uneventful, but you guys really wanted it, so there it is. And the 7th, thank you guys so much for watching. Be sure to like, comment, and subscribe. I'm sorry for the bad audio quality. Yeah, the microphone's still not that good. But yeah, hit that bell. Yeah, again, the video was also pretty boring. I told you guys my life pretty uneventful. But yeah, that is the honest story of my entire life. So yeah, thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you next time.